How about some United Township football getting an opening week win? Close win, 23-21 over LaSalle, Peru. That lasted 2 days. Started Friday, ended Saturday. I know, Joe, you're on the call for those. What was that experience like?
Only the second time, and I might not look old, folks, but I have done this for 15 years, half my life, literally. But don't know what that says about me. But that was only the second time that's ever happened to me, where we had the game on Friday that got moved to Saturday because of the weather. So that was like in game anyway. So that was different, a little different. But yeah, it was very interesting. I thought both teams brought it. It was a really, really good game. Weird for the way the game, you had the mistakes and the different things of week that you see in week one. But all in all, I thought it was a really, really well played game, high level game. Some really good players on both sides. LaSalle Peru's got a really, really good quarterback who's only a sophomore, so I know Coach Welch and them are glad they don't have to see him the rest of the year. But yeah, that was a fun one and a really big one for UT. Like I cannot understate how important that is of a win for them, because like we said last week, it sets everything up for them this season to come out of that with a win.
Lots of close losses last year was kind of the story for them. But this year, always starting out with a close win, played some good defense. I saw 2 picks when I was there at the game. How does that set the tone for the rest of the year, knowing now you can come in winning these close games?
Exactly. I think that's why it felt so big. And it was the first time they ever beat LP under Coach Welch. It's the first time they have beaten LaSalle Peru since 1985 as a program. To have all of that, to go through everything they did last year, I think it would have felt different if they would have won by 2 or 3 scores. The fact that they had to dig, they had to make plays, they had to find a way to actually win a game like this after everything that happened last season, I think made it that much more sweet, and kind of is going to give this team confidence to really be like, wow, these are some things that we know we can do now, and it can only build, I said it last week, if they knock off some of these things early, it can kind of roll all downhill. That's what happened with the COVID team in 2020. I guess it was the spring of 21. They lost their first 2 games, but once they finally won, they broke the long conference streak. They went out 4 in a row, each win more impressive and more impressive. So who knows? Maybe this team can have that kind of effect where they burst through the door and then all of a sudden they're off and running.
With the week 2 opponent, Munchin College Prep, 67-0 win over them last year. What do you see going into this game?
Yeah, this is a team that comes from the Chicago Public League. It's one of those situations where it's you get a chance to work on a lot of things. If things go right, you get the chance to play a lot of guys. And some people might scoff at an opponent like this, but you see a lot of teams sometimes kind of have a game like this early in their season. But it gives you an opportunity to really work on some stuff. Also, a team like them, Muchin coming in from out of town, they remember last year they were telling Coach Welch how those kids don't get to play in a stadium nearly as big as Soul Bowl. There's a lot of benefits from them coming to play in a game like that. So obviously it's a game that UT's obviously going to want to make sure they play well, play through, get through healthy and everything. So just another one obviously for them to go, as they'll probably like to say, go 1-0 every day. Note some players from week 1, if I may. Isaiah Everett had a big game. You mentioned the interceptions of Will Recius, who had a tough drop early, but instantly redeemed himself with 2 interceptions, one in the second quarter, one in the third on a drive. Defensive line played really well. Riley King, Angel Gomez, some of these guys going both ways. Jonathan Drake had a couple nice throws as well, the junior making his first start as a varsity. So, and then Leo Sim, we touted him as well last week. He had the big defensive play at the end there on the 2-pointer. So a lot of guys getting into the action, and for UT hoping to see that as well coming up this Friday.
UT in the Soul Bowl Friday night, looking to go 2-0. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.